Hi, and thanks for taking the time to learn more about ChequedInterview, the newest part of the Check.com predictive talent selection suite. Before we jump into ChequedInterview, let me give you a quick overview of Check.com in case you weren't familiar. We started and continue to build Check.com today with one mission: no bad hires ever. Does this mean that you're never going to hire someone who doesn't work out again? Of course not. But our goal is to help our clients raise their expectations of the hiring process. Through our combination of leading-edge, cloud-based technology and world-class research into behavioral science, our clients can really raise the bar for each and every hire within their organization. The tools, technology, and research into hiring today are stronger than they ever have been before. So isn't it time that you start to only expect the best talent to join your company? As a component of the Check.com predictive talent selection suite, ChequedInterview leverages the same core of cloud-based technology and behavioral science to make your interview process more consistent, compliant, and quality-focused across your organization. ChequedInterview is an online, competency-driven interview technology that allows you to assign structured interview questions to your interviewers, prompts all interviewers to score each candidate to assure really well thought out interview feedback, and then rolls up all that feedback into a simple and real-time interview report, allowing for very easy candidate comparison. Like our assessment and automated reference checking modules, ChequedInterview starts with the competencies critical for success in any position with your organization to drive really critical behavioral data analytics into your hiring decisions. If you're a current client of any other Check.com selection module, it seamlessly integrates those tools for simplicity and streamlined candidate selection. Among all the benefits that a structured interview technology like ChequedInterview can deliver, consistency and scalability are possibly the biggest. By having a consistent interview process that can be used throughout even the largest organization, you'll not only realize a greater quality of hire, but also reduced legal risk through better, fully documented compliance. A better candidate experience due to the more focused and targeted interview process, and ultimately better decision making resulting from simple interview scoring and feedback reporting. Best of all, deployment and customization are a snap for even the most complex enterprise. Whether you use our competency guides or your own, you can be up and running and experiencing the benefits of ChequedInterview in no time. But ChequedInterview goes beyond just making an interview process consistent. The structured online interview guides drive unparalleled quality into your interview process across your company. We've all seen interviewers who place way too much importance on the personal connection with a candidate or are wooed really too easily by a candidate's interview skills. The clear, easy-to-use, and structured interview guides specific to your positions and culture can help anyone conduct great interviews over and over without the need for lengthy interview preparation or ongoing training programs. Plus, the documented questions and scoring make the interview not only better, but provide your organization greater legal protection. And perhaps no other part of ChequedInterview provides greater impact than the simple-to-use scoring and feedback feature. Too often, talent acquisition professionals and recruiters are struggling for timely and meaningful feedback from interviewers. This can often result in delays of the interview process and, worst case, possibly even candidates lost to competing offers. As the interviewer asks the questions using the online structured interview guide, they are prompted to create a score for each answer using a simple 1 to 5 scoring method with anchors for greater clarity. If the interviewer chooses to conduct the interview offline using a printed PDF of the guide, they just return after the interview and score it. The scores of all interviewers are then compiled to create a real-time interview report that includes an overall score, scores for each job competency, an executive summary, and other critical information to make a decision on what to do for next steps with this candidate. The simple scoring ability also allows for easy candidate comparison. Since you're comparing candidates using the same competencies per position and the same questions, you can immediately see which candidates rise to the top ensuring a quality hiring decision. When thinking about how to take your interview process to the next level, you have a few options to consider. Of course, one option is to do nothing different. Well, it's certainly easy, but I assume you wouldn't be listening now if inconsistent, unstructured interviews that don't really predict the future success of a candidate are really what you're aiming for. Many organizations spend a lot of money on behavioral interview training. Well, this is certainly not a bad thing to do if you have the budget. But if an individual receiving the training isn't interviewing all the time, those newly trained skills can erode quickly. Video interviewing is another option with a lot of buzz today. It certainly makes sense for an organization trying to solely automate the interview process. But it really doesn't do anything to create a higher quality interview, more predictive of the future success of a candidate. Also, as the use of video interviewing has grown, so have issues around candidate experience. It can seem really impersonal and cold if it's not conducted at the right place in the process. However, ChequedInterview can really be technology to not only drive speed and automation into your interview process, but does so with a focus on conducting great, highly predictive interviews while retaining the human element to enhance your recruitment brand. All this while you reduce legal risk. In short, it makes your interview process count. Now that you have a sense of what ChequedInterview does, we hope you can take a minute and take the next step to contact Chequed.com for a personalized live demo of how it can deliver value to your organization. Thanks, and have a great day.